Good morning, ladies and gents. It's Alex. Hope you're keeping safe and well. So, I have a video today for all the people currently looking to sell a house in the UK, or maybe these tips will help you anywhere else in the world. I'm not 100% sure on that, being brutally honest. But basically, for anyone looking to put their house on the market, this is probably the number one tip I can give you that you need to be asking estate agents when they visit your home. So, over the years since I started, obviously we discussed this before in previous videos. I started mid-90s, where it was, typing on stone and delivering stuff by carrier pigeon and scroll and horses and stuff like that. So basically the issue is over the years, the Rightmove portals, all this stuff has made a lot of estate agents very, very lazy in that you can just do a set of details, take photos, chuck it on the internet and the phone rings. It's much like using Auto Trader when you sell your car. You chuck it on Auto Trader, the phone rings, and hope you get some inquiries, and that's that. And that's all a lot of them are really doing. That's absolutely fine if that's the way they work. The issue with that has become the fact that we're currently in a market now. And being brutally honest, even if we weren't in this market, I'd always work this way, and this way estate agents should work, good market or bad market, but that's up to them. What should be happening is that now we're putting things straight on the internet. The problem is that you now leave a digital footprint. So what most people believe when you sell a house, especially people who haven't moved for a long time, is they believe that when you put the house on the market, like they probably did 20, 30 years ago, the house comes on the market and it gets a little bit of interest, then it gets a little bit more interest, and you get a few offers at the start, and then you get even more offers, and you get a higher price after like 3 months. And it doesn't do that now. Because everything's become so instant in the world with social media and the way people view things, people get bored very, very easily. Everyone's got TikTok brain. So the problem is now that dopamine hit people are looking for, everyone's sat on Rightmove doing newest listed, newest listed, newest listed. Now that's all fine, but the way on average, and this is on average, I'm sure you know someone who runs an estate agent in a city and he sells every single house he puts on the market, whatever. But on average in the UK, most estate agents, the way they work is the value will be given a target, let's say, of 20 houses. Okay, so he's not selling anything. His job is purely to be out on the road, valuing houses and trying to list on average, let's say 20 a month. Now, what happens is when you just photograph and get the floor plans done and chuck them immediately on Rightmove at whatever time in the morning, whatever time of day, probably 10 of those, 8, 9, 10 basically will sell themselves. And that's enough for that estate agent to get his commission, for them to run the business and things just tick over. The problem is the 10 or 12, whatever it was, that don't sell, then carry over into the next month and they start to rot. So what obviously that agent needs really is just more of a plan, not chucking it on the internet, because the agent shouldn't be thinking about themselves. The agent has a duty of care to get you the best possible price from the highest quality buyer. And like I said to you before, estate agents are not valuers. We're a marketing company. My job is to get you the best price. My job is not to be right. Valuations are opinion. We value on all the variables we use, square footage, market knowledge, comparables, all this stuff. To an extent, it's mathematical. When you buy a house, or when most people buy a house, it's basically based on emotion. So what the best absolute question you can ask any estate agents coming to your property is, you purely, quite simply just say, if we go with you, what is your plan? What is your plan? Now, if they start turning around and going on about, we take colour photos, we do videos and all this shit, the bottom line is everyone does that. The technology's improved so much, even the worst companies out there can get you on Rightmove and do a premium listing, things like that. So what most of these guys are looking for is the path of least resistance to their fee. So the plan really, if you really, really knuckle it down with a lot of these companies, is they're just going to photograph it, floor plan, chuck it on the internet, fingers crossed. Let's see. So what the agent really should be doing, in my opinion, is the agent should be photographing the house, getting everything ready for you, help and guidance, you're approving details behind the scenes, you're choosing an agent that you feel you can trust and feel you can work with. Trust is just everything, basically, and you have congruence in terms of what you agree with and how you want it done, things like that. Apologies, I'm absolutely dying from hay fever this morning. So then they come out and they prepare all the details, get your property ready, and then I'm ready to take it to the market. Then what the agent would do is, we're not putting it live on the portals, because on the portals we are leaving a digital footprint. So for all these people, if you have a look out there at the moment, there is so much choice available, and unfortunately time is the enemy of sales. So back during COVID, when you've got one house coming on the market and 25 people waiting to look at it, it's really easy to sell stuff. Now you've got 30 properties on the market and 2 buyers. So the problem is now the buyers start being pedantic. And obviously we all see beauty in different stuff. Like I said, buyers buy on emotion, but then it becomes a lottery whether you sell or not. And the problem is, if you chuck it on Rightmove and we then go to week 10, week 20, week 30, let's face it, in the UK, we all like a cup of tea and a moan. So I love a good moan, to be honest, especially when I'm getting older. So basically what happens is if you're looking then at a house that was added in April last year and it says November reduced, well, you've lost all power. And the agent wants to give you the power because you're the client he's working for. So the problem is now the buyer has the control. So anybody sat there with a house that's got reduced in November saying that they still want this amount of money for it, it's probably not going to happen. So the agent photographs the house, goes away, and then the agent gets on the phone and starts hustling and starts trying to make phone calls and generate viewings. So anybody that's viewed similar properties, you start trying to get them in the door, and then you're creating basically urgency, and obviously urgency gets things sold. While they're doing that, the property's not on the portals, it's not leaving a digital footprint. And the other thing is, if the agent is struggling with a good database to get viewings in your house, it probably tells you your price is too high anyway. So the agent would then be communicating with you, say, look, we're really struggling, I'm sorry about this, we've made this many calls, nothing's happening. So you know, had you taken it to Rightmove with an average estate agent, the problem is that when you don't get the interest, what do you think they're going to say? Their trump card will be one thing and one thing only: reduce. And the problem is you are giving away tens of thousands of pounds. So we're trying to put the urgency back into the market. We're trying to get buyers in the door. We're trying to make sure we can get viewings at this price level. And then it's entirely up to you what you want to do from there. As long as the agent is generating viewings, generating interest, then you're absolutely good to go. You can still launch. And obviously when you're launching, I would then be launching in an evening. Tell the agents do probably it's like you sell things on eBay, you get no interest, people out over the weekend. I'll be launching on a Monday, Tuesday or Wednesday night and making sure they put that house live at like 7, 8 o'clock. The problem is, like with me, if you email me to my personal email at like 6, 7 in the morning or 8, 9, 10, whatever it is, agents just randomly just chuck your house live. So you say green light, live, no thought, no care behind it. And the problem is, like with me, if you check my emails, my God, I mean, I've got like stuff from car garages, like all the things I'm interested in, Barcelona Football Club, UFC, just everything. My son's school, just garbage that we get all day, Waitrose, all this stuff. So it's going to get lost. So the agent comes around, what is the plan? What is the plan? They start talking about a plan, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, absolutely fantastic. They start helping on about Rightmove and taking colour pictures. Dude, everybody does that. Absolute nonsense. And for anybody who has got agents coming around telling them they're selling a certain amount of houses a month or go with us, the one thing I hear from every single person I speak to, and especially working on the M4 corridor, it seems to come a lot from like the London agents way. It's absolutely amazing. Apparently everybody lives in a street in high demand. And every single agent seems to have loads and loads of viewers waiting to buy on their street. It's amazing. It's just amazing. You all seem to live in areas that have high demand, sell fast, and incredible. And do you know what happens? You get your house list on the market, and I'm keeping in touch with you because you want to buy a house here, and it's been 2 months and you've had one viewing. Amazing. So don't fall for that. The best thing you can do to check what an agent is selling, on average, houses are going through, on average, in about 14 weeks at the moment. So it's really, really simple. So what we do, we go onto Rightmove, and you'll have for sale, for sale to rent, and house prices, and then you have find agent. Now, normally when people are searching for a house, they will just go to for sale and they'll look for properties in that area. So what I want you guys to do is go onto the Rightmove and go to find agents, then type in your town. That will now bring you up the list of every single agent in alphabetical order. If you then click on that said agent of choice, you'll then see it says view all properties available. Now, Rightmove's very good. It misses a few, but it's very, very good at taking things off that people have moved into. So it's very, very hard to like fluff the data on there. If someone's moved in, they'll be on the phone moaning, people have moved in, remove it from Rightmove now. So when you go on there, it will say find properties, and it will say something like, for example, I don't know, 80 total. If you then go to search criteria at the top and unclick the solds, that will take out all the properties they have sold. So if that 80 goes to 70, and they've been telling you they're selling 20 houses a month, well, if the 80 goes to 70, it's really simple. That's 10 under offer. On average, we're just off 4 months for a sale to go through. So you divide that 10 by 4, and they're selling roughly 2 a month. So they're full of shit. So don't fall for it, guys. Be savvy. So book the appointments with the agents, give them plenty of time. What's your plan? Check out what they're doing. Check out the quality of the photos. Check out their stock. I'd switch it around, look at newest listed, look how quickly things are going under offer. and see what they say to you. Be really interested. But drop the comments below. Any of you have had houses valued, anybody that wants any help or advice, if you've got your house currently on the market, no matter where you are in the country, if you'd like me to take a look at it for you, there might be certain things you can do with the adverts, certain things you can take out. Sometimes people have got way too many photos. Definitely less is more. There's lots of little tweaks you can make, but I hope this video helps. Like I said to you, it's just about having that transparent, honest advice so you can make decent, informed decisions from you and your family, which is really important. But yeah, hope this helps. So like I said, make sure the agent comes round. What's your plan? Take care, guys. Bye.